In the 90s, there was a black superhero movie called BlankMan, which was about a black man fighting crime because of the lack of support and the lack of protection and the lack of arrests that was coming from the police in these neighborhoods. Now, a lot of black people looked at this movie like it was funny, it was comedy, it was silly, and they looked at him like he was a joke. I mean, look at him. He's supposed to be a superhero, and he's using a tablecloth, pajamas, and I think his mask is made out of a sock. So we was laughing at him and looking at him like he's silly. Now, this movie was in the 90s, so maybe this was a message to the cops from the Wayans brothers to point out the slack and the lack of work from the cops in these black communities. Even the mayor in this movie is a subliminal. The mayor in this movie, according to this movie, is supposed to represent somebody like Trump, a savior, someone who's going to stick to everything they say they're going to do when they're voted in the office or in the seat or whatever.
And I want to promise you that when we're elected, nothing is going to stand in the way of the things that we promised to do in this campaign, and that's a guarantee.
And this is the type of stuff they used to say back then in the 90s and still saying. So if you're not woke by now, black people, you will never wake up. And that's from all these mayors and politicians and Democrats and presidents. All of it is a scam to me. And when these gangsters start coming in and start picking the signs out their hands and stuff, look what lady comes to try to save the day. A black lady. The black lady represents black people because this is what we do. For years, black people been fighting for people who sell them a dream and in the end get screwed and don't get nothing. But back to BlankMan. Like I said, black people, we laughed at this movie. We laughed at him. We thought it was silly and funny. That's all we got from this movie. See, we were so busy looking at him being a superhero and laughing at him doing all them goofy things. But in reality, he was a black inventor, bro. Just look at all the inventions, bro. He invented a blue, full armored, bulletproof coat. Fully bulletproof. The white man in this movie tried to clown him for his invention that he has in his hands.
See, wasted heat from the toast rises up to the pan, cooking the egg, which in turn heats the coffee. Once the coffee starts to percolate, the eggs flip out onto the toast. Just might get a toaster again.
Now, it might look kind of crazy, but it's the idea that counts. Any man that can think of something like this has a brilliant mind. And then if you look to your right, he has some type of fly trap.
Now, what is that? The sound-activated aerodynamic insect predator, sir.
So this is supposed to be some type of fly spray that can detect flies. When it detects the fly, it flies itself and chase after it and spread. Brilliant, bro. Brilliant. Oh yeah, don't forget about the robot that he created. He created his own robot, bro. Which I think this robot idea came from a real inventor, and his name was Lonnie. So this is a photo of a real inventor who created a real robot. And if you look at top, it says 1959. This is also the same person who created the Super Soaker. The inventor of the Super Soaker, Lonnie Johnson. Wow! This movie is showing the lack of credit black inventors receive. Even in the movie, people are laughing and joking about the costumes and him being silly, trying to be a superhero, but not paying attention to the actual things he's inventing. See, watch this. He was influenced by Batman. Now listen to what he says about Batman.
Remember you said Batman had costume gadgets? Well, no, I said Batman had money, which is why I gotta go back.
He said Batman had money, but he didn't have no money. He used trash. He created all his inventions from trash, which is brilliant. In the 90s, there was a black superhero movie called BlankMan, which was about a black man fighting crime because of the lack of support and the lack of protection and the lack of... All of my hoes to my hoes, that's for sure. All of my hoes to my